Okay, this is another formula you need to memorize. Y equals mx plus b. That will also be on your next quiz. Y equals mx plus b. This is slope-intercept form. This is an even easier way to graph than using the intercept method that we used, where we would find the x-intercept, then find the y-intercept, then plot them both, and graph. Okay, now, m equals what? What did m equal in the last section?
Slope.
Slope. Stays the same. M equals slope, and b equals specifically the y-intercept. Okay, so where does the slope come in the equation? Where is m located? Yes. And in front of what? X. Okay, m is what's in front of x, the coefficient on x, and b is what? It's by itself. Okay, we'll write a couple of these down and go over these and see what we can do here. So if this equation said y equals negative 3x plus 4, what would the y-intercept be?
4.
Everybody else?
4.
Which number is by itself?
4.
4. So the y-intercept would be 4. What is the slope? Negative 3. Why is the slope negative 3? Because it comes before x. Right? Okay? So what if I did this? Let's do this. Okay? What is the slope?
2.
Negative
2.
What comes before x? Negative 5. What is the y-intercept? 2, the number by itself. Okay? So now in giving any equation in either form, you should be able to tell what the y-intercept is and what the slope is. Now, do you remember back earlier when I told you to get in the habit of writing your x term first? Remember that? It's because of this, and we use this a lot. Write your x term first because it's a lot easier to tell m and b when it's written in this order. Y equals mx plus b. Let's do another one. So y equals 1/2 x plus 2. What is the y-intercept?
2.
2, the number off by itself. What is the slope? 1/2. Okay, what does the y-intercept mean? Do you remember the definition for y-intercept?
Oh, it's only on the y.
Place where the line crosses the y-axis.
Place where the line crosses the y-axis. So let's go ahead and graph this right here. So the place where the line crosses the y-axis. So that tells me that the line crosses the y-axis where? What was the y-intercept again? No.
2.
The y-intercept was 2. Hello? We're all here. Okay. So it crosses the y-axis there at 2. All right? Now the slope is what? 1/2. Now here's what you need to know about slope. I'll write this down right over here. M and slope equals rise over run. Rise over run. Rise over run. So I'm going to rise this many and run this many. So I'll rise what's on top and I'll run what's on bottom. So from here, from the y-intercept, that's a big point. A lot of people miss that. From the y-intercept, I'm going to go up how many? I'm going to rise 1, and I'm going to run how many?
2.
So I rise 1, run 2, and I draw a dot. And then what do I do? How many points do I need to graph a line? 2. And how many points do I have? 2. 1 here, 1 there. There's my line.
Wait, but how did you get like the point on the graph?
Okay, this one here?
Yeah.
Because this is the y-intercept.
Yeah.
Okay? and I look at this and it says y equals mx plus b, and b equals the y-intercept. So in this form, b is 2. So this tells me that the line crosses the y-axis at 2. So I go find the y-axis at 2, draw a dot there because I know the line comes through that point, because the definition of the y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. So I know it comes through there.
Okay.
And then from there, I do my slope, rise over run.
Okay.
Now, let's do this one. Y equals negative 3x plus 4. So the first step, again, is to find the y-intercept.
4.
What is the y-intercept of y equals negative 3x plus 4?
4.
4, the number off by itself, right? So that means the line crosses at 4. So I'll draw a dot on the y-axis at 4. Now, the slope, what do I do for the slope? What's my phrase again for slope? Rise over run. Now, on this one I had a fraction, so I had a rise over run. This one's not a fraction, but I need to make it a fraction. So it's going to be negative 3
Over
over 1. Okay, so negative 3 over 1. Now, from here, I need to rise negative 3 and run 1, because this is a negative 3, right? So rising negative 3 would be doing what?
Going down.
Going down. So I go down 3. 1, 2, 3, and then I run how much?
1.
1. So I go down 3 over 1 and draw my dot. Notice, where did I not do my slope from?
From the dot, like you didn't start on
I start here, and I go down 3 over 1. Do not do your slope from the origin, from the middle. Everyone always wants to do that. You do your slope from where?
the top, the y-intercept.
The y-intercept. You do your slope from the y-intercept. Okay? So you plot your y-intercept first, you find b, you find b, you find b, whatever it may be, plot it, then do rise over run. If it's not a fraction, make it a fraction. If it's negative, which direction do you go?
Down.
Down. If it's positive, you go,
Up.
and then go right either way. Okay?